Hello everyone, and welcome to my Bold and Beautiful Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Finn pushes Steffy straight into Liam's arms, forced to watch Exes Reunite. The Bold the Beautiful spoilers reveal that John Finnegan finally had an epiphany about Sheila Sharp and how she's been affecting his marriage. In the July 10th episode, Finn offered Steffy Forrester a heartfelt apology for ever asking her to embrace the woman who's caused them so much turmoil. Although Finn is perhaps always going to feel a connection to Sheila as his birth mother, he now realizes it was wrong to pressure Steffy to accept her in any way. Finn has vowed to do better and just wants to concentrate on making Steffy a priority. However, something about Finn and Steffy's emotional scenes felt ominous, like the show was giving them a powerful moment as the calm before another storm. Finn teared up over his little speech, and Steffy made a point to insist that they could never let anything come between them again. Unfortunately, something will indeed come between them if all the latest warning signs are any indication. Hope's feelings for Finn are bound to be a problem, so we may see a situation where Finn makes a terrible mistake with her. Even if Hope initiates whatever passion might be on the horizon, Finn will be just as culpable if he doesn't stop it. If Finn crosses the line with Hope, it could lead to the end of his marriage and push Steffy straight into Liam Spencer's arms. Liam never misses an opportunity to pounce on Steffy when she's vulnerable, so his big chance to win her back could be coming up sooner rather than later. Of course, we should note that Steffy didn't stop Liam from kissing her in Italy or when they first returned home from that trip. That said, B&B may not want to revisit something from so long ago and may focus on damaging Finn's character instead. On the other hand, having those secret kisses come to light now could add to the conflict that's brewing and help seal the deal on Steffy's divorce from Finn. There may be a lot of pain and anger on both sides if B&B plays this just right. Based on our predictions, Steffy won't stay single if her relationship with Finn blows up. This may turn into a new chapter for Steffy and Liam, at least for a while, so Finn may be forced to watch the exes reunite. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say Steffy's divorce news could be what paves the way for her new beginning with Liam, so stay tuned for updates on all the highs and lows. Hope for Thomas's future. Let's just get this out of the way right up front. The odds of Thomas/Paris still being a thing a year from now are right up there with those of Quinn returning to reignite her short-lived affair with Liam. Remember that wild story, which Scott Clifton ranks as one of his favorites so far? But of course, Thomas/Hope fans want their faves together, and they want it to happen right this minute, despite that being the least dramatic option possible. Thomas/Hope B&B. Fight in over 2,000 unique and authentic vehicles. Fight on land, on water, and in the air. Join the most comprehensive vehicular combat game. Over 2,000 tanks, ships, and aircraft. War Thunder. Years ago, I was talking to a big wig at NBC about their supernatural Sutzer passions. Fans were furious because long-estranged lovers Louise and Sheridan had been pulled apart by yet another cruel twist of fate, with many of those viewers vowing never to watch again. I love when people swear they won't watch unless their favorite couple reunites, the exec said. That's a viewer who is invested and won't ever give up. Soaps are all about delayed gratification. Fans should be careful what they wish for, because on soaps in general, and this show in particular, a happy couple is the kiss of death. Ask Wyatt and Flo or Donna and a post-health crisis Eric. Heck, ask Brooke and Ridge, who've been reduced to talk to characters for everyone else since their latest reunion. Take my breath away. My all-time favorite primetime soap was Knots Landing. I was never a huge Gary/Val fan, but it was pretty clear they were the root for couple. Over the show's 14-season run, however, they were rarely together. And yet every single time one walked into the room, the other couldn't help but look their way longingly or take in a sharp breath, as if to say, that is my person, even if only I know it. Paris Thomas B&B. More, Blake Shelton suffers a terrible loss. To me, that's good soap. Couples you want to see together who aren't actually able to be with one another for whatever reason. Every now and then they have a stolen moment which might, if they're lucky, last a while. But sooner or later, another problem comes up, tearing them apart once again. In this case, Paris is the speed bump on Thomas and Hope's road to happiness. The only real question is whether Finn will become one, too. Every single time Brooke says Hope can't have feelings for Steffy's husband, it's as if the writers are telling us that's exactly where things are going. And as we'll explain in a moment, we now know exactly how the show will get from point A to point B. Another one bites the dust. I don't think many viewers were surprised by Hollis' death. Nearly a week ago, the show revealed that someone would be dying, so when Hollis repeatedly asked, "Gee, doesn't it seem weird the way Tom died?" it seemed pretty clear his name would soon be etched on a tombstone. What Hollis' death promises to do is amp up the already tense situation between Finn, Steffy, and Hope. Because Steffy, who on Friday called the police to suggest maybe Sheila might have something to do with Tom's death, despite nobody suspecting its murder, will clearly do the same thing now that Hollis is dead. Despite Finn's promise to put his wife first, something tells us he won't take well to Steffy calling his mom a killer, which she is, whether guilty this time or not. Cue Finn once again confiding in Hope, who is dealing with Thomas and Douglas' latest departure, and, yep, this is gonna get even messier. That said, I don't understand why Thomas, Paris and Douglas were rushed off the canvas so quickly. How do you play the longing between Thomas and Hope if he's not there? And if we're to be invested in even the idea of Paris and Thomas, we need to see more of them as a couple. So it's definitely in the show's best interest to bring the trio back ASAP. I really want the show to throw attentive viewers a bone by having Paris admit to Finn that there was a time when she crushed on him. Fun having Thomas refer to the Speedo's dad Ridge War years and years ago. I don't even know what to make of the man formerly known as Dollar Bill Spencer. I don't recognize this mushball who does nothing but gush about his new family while taking them again and again to a pizza joint run by a man he can't stand whose wife tried to kill Poppy's sister and nephew. Steffy Forrester has a great sixth sense. That's because she has such a great sixth sense, especially when it comes to who is telling the truth and who might be telling the fattest lies. Keep reading below for everything you need to know. During the latest episode of The Bold and the Beautiful, Steffy couldn't help but question Hope's change of heart. The two of them were at Forrester Creations together discussing Thomas. Hope told Steffy that she felt like something was pushing her to back away from her brother. In response, Steffy said that it would be best to give Thomas space and let him be with Paris, seeing how they are engaged to get married. She also added that she's proud of the way that Hope has handled herself throughout this entire ordeal. However, B&B spoilers also say that Hope doesn't believe that Thomas and Paris are the real deal. She doesn't think their love is genuine, and that's probably why she's still trying to get the truth out of Thomas. Then again, Steffy can't help but wonder herself what or who pushed Hope to change her mind about Thomas. Little does she know that it actually has to do with her own partner Finn.